In Rancho Cordova, 2 deputies and 1 bystander have been shot.
The suspect is in custody, and that's Sacramento County Sheriff Scott Jones holding this news conference.
And for the second time in a little over a year, and the third time since I've been sheriff, I have the unfortunate duty to inform you all that we've had yet another officer killed in the line of duty in Sacramento County. We had 2 officers show up to a store. They were called by the workers inside the store that there was some disturbance. When they arrived, they were immediately fired upon. 2 of our officers were struck. 1 was struck in the arm. 1 was struck in the upper body. There was an exchange of gunfire. The suspect fled, was engaged by 2 other officers, still was not complying with the officer's directive. Those 2 officers fired at the suspect as well. The suspect is in custody. All 3 were transported to the UC Davis Medical Center. I just came from the medical center and talked to Julie Robertson, the female officer. She's 28 years old, 2.5-year veteran. She was shot in the arm, seems to be doing well and should, at least by these early estimates, make a full recovery. The officer that was killed is named Mark Stasyuk, S-T-A-S-Y-U-K. He's 27 years old. He was a 4.5-year veteran, both patrol officers on a routine patrol call. I'll be happy to answer whatever questions I can. Obviously, this is still a very active, ongoing investigation involving a lot of officers as well as some community members. I can also tell you that during the encounter, an uninvolved civilian was also shot, presumably by the suspect. So all of those details will be hashed out over the coming days and weeks. We'll release more information. We'll likely have a press conference in the next day or 2 with whatever information we develop over the next 24 to 48 hours. And then, of course, the investigation will be ongoing from here.
What can you tell us about the call for service at the Pep Boys?
I don't know. I haven't reviewed the call for service. Obviously, the CAD dispatch with all of its updates is quite lengthy. I can tell you that there was nothing to, at least in the initial call, that alerted the subjects of a heightened sense of awareness that the subject might be armed. So they were arriving at a what we would consider a routine call of a business owner having a conflict with a customer.
Do you know which of the officers actually fired back?
I believe the 2 officers, again, I know the female officer fired back. I believe that Mr. Stasyuk fired back as well, and I know there were 2 other officers that also fired at that secondary scene.
What's the time span between all of these shots?
Can you spell their names?
Yeah, actually,
We'll take care of it. We'll get you their names later.
Sergeant Hampton will get that to you.
What was the time span between this exchange of gunfire at the Pep Boys?
I don't know. It was. I can tell you that when they at least initial indications were that as soon as they arrived and engaged the subject, he turned as if to run or flee, and then immediately turned around and started firing without warning. So I think that happened very early on in the encounter upon the officer's arrival.
Do you know where the deceased officer was hit? Was the vest at all able to protect him?
I can tell you that the fatal round was not in the vest. That's all I'll say at this moment.
What's the suspect's condition?
I don't know. I know that the suspect was alert, talking to officers when he was taken into custody. I don't know what sort of medical procedures or not he's undergone.
What about the bystander's condition?
I think he is also responsive in talking to officers and talking to folks as well. I believe he was shot in the back, but I don't know the status of his condition either. I don't think those injuries for either are, at least at this point, life-threatening.
Were either of the deputies equipped with body cameras, do you know?
I don't believe either of one of them had body cameras.
Just on a personal level, I mean, you touched on this, but I mean, here we are with another law enforcement death. And how does the whole community take something like this?
It's incredibly difficult for all of us, myself included. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to find strength at the right moments to do things like this and to address my troops, but it doesn't get easier. And obviously, I've had a 30-year career, and I've gone through this a lot, 3 as sheriff, and it's an incredible hole that never quite gets filled in the hearts of our department. But it's also the community that suffered, because the city of Rancho Cordova, and in fact the entire county, has suffered a loss as well. And that's something that those folks are going to have to deal with as well. I mean, we have a planned protest tomorrow at a statewide law enforcement conference down in Sacramento. I know people have this overwhelming urge to do what they can and not knowing what to do. One of the things you can do is go down there. Go down to the convention center tomorrow between 11 and 1 and show your support for law enforcement while they continue to protest law enforcement. Any other questions I can answer?
Sheriff Johnson, can you talk about the other person who may have been with the suspect? We heard that there was someone else that's now in custody. Who is that person and what's their relationship with the suspect?
All that I've been told is that it looks to be a single suspect, so I'm unaware of any secondary suspect or even a second person in custody. Not to say there isn't one, but in all the information and briefings that I've had, it's not been related to me.
Can you say, is this suspect known to your department in any way?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, we'll be doing
There
a
you
full
hear
workup on the subject.
Sacramento County Sheriff Scott Jones
survives as
wrapping
is
up the news
anticipated,
conference
he will face
3.5 hours after what was called a routine call for service, the death of another law enforcement officer in our community. Sadly, Deputy Mark Stasyuk, 4.5-year veteran, shot and killed in the line of duty today.
Just 27 years old. His partner, Julie Robertson, 28 years old, a 2.5-year veteran. She is expected to make a full recovery after being shot in the arm. Again, this investigation is continuing. The roadways are still shut down, Folsom Boulevard and Olson Drive, among many others right now, as that investigation is expected to take well into tomorrow as well to complete. So we will keep a close eye on the situation. Our hearts go out to the Sheriff's Department and the families of this
No doubt.
person as
No
well.
doubt. It's bringing Christine.